Hey besties, welcome back to my tutorial. So in today's tutorial I'll be taking you guys on an entire video on how to make this trending handkerchief skirt. So if you're interested in this very video, let's get started. So first of all, the first thing I'm going to do at this point is so this is my fabric. So I'll be using this beautiful fabric for this handkerchief skirt. So I'll be folding my fabric into two as shown. Okay, this is the 3 yards of fabric, so I'll be folding it into two. So once I'm done folding, I'll be measuring what I have. So having measured what I have, I'm going to be measuring out what I got from the width of what I was able to fold. So I got 32, so I'll go ahead and measure the 32 in like 2 times. Okay, so as you can see me doing, I've measured the first 32, so I'll go ahead and measure the second measurement. So this is going to help you in order to be able to manage your fabric in case you don't have up to 3 years. 3 years is basically for someone who is a little bit bigger. Okay, so if you're a small body size, you can use 2.5. Okay, so because I'll be using this for a smoky top, so I use 3 inches. So right now I'm done bringing out the one I'll be using for my handkerchief skirt. So the next thing I'm going to do at this point is to fold my fabric in a triangular form. Okay, that's the basic way of folding your A-line or your peplon. So I'll go ahead and fold it into 4. So just watch very carefully and closely and catch up with what I'm doing. So right now I've folded it into 4 basically, as you can see. So I made sure that my edges are touching each other. If they are not, you just have to fold this accurately. So having folded this, as you can see, I'm going to be marking out my hip because at this point I'm using an elastic, so I'll be using my hip measurement. So dividing my hip by 6.28, whatever I got, that is what I marked round. Okay, so once I'm done, next thing I'm going to be doing is marking out the length of my skirt, minusing the 2 inches for my waistband. So what I used for my length is 20 inches, then I added 1 inch, making it 21. Okay, so this 1 inch is just for a little bit of the folding. So once I'm done marking out the length, I'm going to be measuring out what I have after the length, and I got 2 inches, so I'm going to be marking out these 2 inches all through the length of the other part of the skirt. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and connect it downwards. So the next thing I'm going to do at this point is to go to the upper part. As you can see, I'm also going to go ahead and mark the length of my skirt there. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and mark it out, and then I will also measure what I got after marking out my length. Okay, I got 3 inches, so I'll go ahead and mark out the 3 inches all through. Okay, so once I'm done marking out, I'm still going to go ahead and join as I did at the other part. Okay, so this is a very easy tutorial on how to make this handkerchief skirt. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my hip circumference. So I'll go ahead and cut out my hip circumference, and then I'll go ahead and cut out the lines that I marked, the excesses or the ones that are not needed. I'll go ahead and cut them out as shown. Okay, so this is all for the handkerchief skirt. So at this point, if you really need a pocket, if you want it to have a pocket, you can just go ahead and cut it, like let it just be a separate piece, let's say separate piece on its own, okay, without joining. But if you do not really want a pocket, I think you should just go ahead and avoid the cutting out. Okay, so at this point I am done cutting out. My scissors a little bit blunt, so I'm just trying my best to make sure that I cut the exact measurement with that. Okay, so this is it. So at this point I actually needed a pocket, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it into two, making it a different, less a separate piece. So but if you do not want a pocket, I don't think there is any need for that, but because I'll be using a pocket, I will be slitting this separately. It's going to become a separate piece on its own. So guys, this is the final tutorial of this beautiful handkerchief. Very easy and very easy. Okay, I recommend you try this and then thank me later in the comment section. So guys, this is how it looks. As you can see, the handkerchief is already given the effect that we need. So guys, this is the final look of it on my manicure. I decided to play it on my manicure and it was giving me a very beautiful effect, adding to the fact that my fabric is actually making it looking more beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. I am going to see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.